Have you ever seen a massively muscular giant eat a legendary devil fruit and even use Conqueror's Haki? To me, Prince Loki has it all. If you pay attention, he's also the first character in One Piece to make Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji shiver after sensing his intense killing intent. Many believe that Prince Loki's appearance surpasses even Kaido of the Beasts, and when the giant warrior pirates speak of Prince Loki, they all consider him an embarrassment to Elbaf because he's the cursed prince of Elbaf. The Cursed Prince is also the title of Chapter 1130. Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm One Piece Nerd, where I frequently update you on the latest chapter news along with some very interesting theories and predictions about One Piece. So the detailed info for Chapter 1130 has been released, and I've already made a video updating you about it. However, that was just the detailed info without the actual images. So after the chapter scan was published, it made me immediately create this video to update you with all the detailed images. For the full breakdown, feel free to watch the full One Piece Chapter 1130 video, The Cursed Prince Loki. This week's cover continues Yamato's journey. While Yamato was sleeping alongside little Otama, someone stole the sword of the late Lord Yasui of Hakumai. The chapter begins aboard the ship of the giant warrior pirates from Elbaf. The remaining members of the Straw Hat Pirates announce that they've decided to stop searching for the Sunny because they've tried everything but couldn't find it. To the warriors of Elbaf, we propose ending the search. I believe they're still alive. Thank you for helping us. Yes, let's head to Elbaf and wait for them there. They'll surely make it. We've done everything we could. Even my shark network has searched extensively. The supplies are running low. Don't starve yourselves to death. In response to the Straw Hat's words, the giant warriors of Elbaf agreed and let the ship continue heading toward Elbaf. Got it. If they say so, then we trust it's fine. It's up to the captain. Onward to Elbaf. Let's toast to our return. But wait, boss, we're out of provisions. Then the chapter shifts to Luffy's group, continuing from where Luffy left the miniature model of the road poneglyph. This is a castle atop a vast snowy mountain. Wow, look at these trees. They must be over 1,000 years old. And not just those, but all the trees here are enormous. Hold on, it's so cold here. There's also a seemingly endless bridge. At this point, Nami is feeling dizzy from the sheer size of everything. Suddenly, two giants, Goldberg and Gerd, approach the castle. They are members of the New Sun Pirates led by Hajrudin. In addition, Gerd is accompanied by a giant owl named Piper. The reason these two appear is because Piper the owl detected that the Crow Mugen had brought along a mysterious ship. This is considered an illegal intrusion into the land of the giants, Elbaf. Hey Goldberg, I don't understand why Hajrudin let that crazy guy into our crew. I can't stand him. People call Loki the disgrace of Elbaf, but I think that name suits him better. Come on, Gerd. He's quite the skilled navigator. And honestly, Road doesn't care what we call him. By the way, Piper, are you sure you saw Mugen with a small boat? We have orders to capture the trespasser that Road secretly brought in. If we find him, we'll report immediately to Elder Yaris. Looking at the scene in the story, you can clearly see the two giants are much, much larger than Luffy. Then the group became excited as they realized they had reached Elbaf. Did you hear that? They mentioned Elbaf. We've really made it to this land. As Luffy was about to shout, Nami quickly covered his mouth, realizing it was an illegal trespass. When Goldberg and Gerd knocked on the castle door looking for Road, the Straw Hat Pirates quickly crossed the bridge. Looking at the scene in the panel, you can see the bridge is enormous. Luffy walked on the chain alone, while the others went below. Chopper transformed into a reindeer to carry Nami, showing that in any situation, Nami is always pampered by the crew. Back to the chapter. When they reached the middle of the bridge, Luffy suddenly felt something so terrifying that he froze. At the same time, both Zoro and Sanji sensed this menacing aura. Instantly, Luffy wanted to investigate the source of the screams by jumping down to the area below. Hey Zoro, I'm getting goosebumps from the roar down there. I even felt it back in the Toy Kingdom, so let me go first. Meanwhile, Sanji said he'd stay behind to protect Nami and also prevent Zoro from following Luffy. We can't go there, especially you, Mosshead. From now on, you're strictly forbidden from going into the forest. The chapter then cuts back to the ship of the Elbaf giant warrior pirates. At this point, the World Economic Journal by Big News Morgans had released its morning edition. One of the stories shocked the two giants, Brogy and Dory. What? We attacked Egghead? Why are they distorting the truth like this? It's just nonsense for clicks. Robin then read the news aloud to the crew. The giant warrior pirates have awakened after a century of being forgotten. They conspired with Emperor Straw Hat Luffy to attack and burn down the entire future island of Egghead. Robin continued, the leaders of the giant pirate crew are Brogy the Red Ogre and Dory the Blue Ogre. Their new bounty is 1.8 billion berries each. But perhaps the highlight of the news is the report that the world government has accused Emperor Straw Hat Luffy of murdering Dr. Vegapunk, along with an image of Luffy in his giant Gear 5 form. However, what surprised Robin was the X on Luffy's arm. Hey, something's not right. I feel like I've seen this symbol somewhere before. It looks familiar. As mentioned in previous videos, I believe this is a signal from Princess Vivi, hinting that she's with Big News Morgans. This symbol represents the bond of friendship between Vivi and the Straw Hat Pirates from the Alabasta arc 2 years ago. Back to the chapter, the giant Dory commented, "Anyway, Luffy is now on par with red-haired Shanks." Then, the Giants mentioned Hadrudin, a member of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. However, what caught my attention was Hadrudin's background. The Giants said, "That aggressive brat is also the king's son. He wanted to personally welcome you, but priorities come first. Currently, Elbaf needs a guardian." This means Hadrudin is an illegitimate child of the king and a half-brother to Prince Loki. When mentioning Prince Loki, all members of the giant pirate crew showed a certain degree of caution. When Brogy and Dory left Elbaf, Prince Loki, the legitimate son of the king, was born. He is a cruel giant, immersed in darkness. Everyone in Elbaf calls him the Cursed Prince because Loki killed his father, King Harold, to claim the legendary devil fruit passed down in the Elbaf royal family, and Loki ate it. Years ago, Loki was sentenced to crucifixion, so he tried to escape, but all the warriors of Elbaf joined forces to capture him. Recently, he's been attempting to escape again, so we cannot let that cursed prince roam free. If he escapes, it will be the end of the world. All Elbaf warriors also consider Prince Loki a disgrace to Elbaf. Then the best part of chapter 1130 arrived. We returned to Luffy in an epic double-page spread. Luffy saw a giant bound by chains amid the snowy sky. That person was Prince Loki. Loki looked awesome. He was a lean but muscular giant with long hair and 2 braids in the front. He had a long beard on his chin, and on his arms were tattoos similar to former Emperor Kaido of the Beasts. Loki's outfit was that of a giant warrior, but below his waist was a skull and crossbones wearing a crown. Prince Loki wore a black helmet with 2 long horns. His eyes were covered with white ice patches. As mentioned at the start of the video, I believe Prince Loki embodies all the traits of One Piece's greatest villains, from Doflamingo to former Emperor Kaido of the Beasts. After sensing Luffy, Loki asked, "What is your name?" and told Luffy, "Well, this is the battlefield, the land of Elbaf warriors. Everyone says this is the birthplace of war, and I am the sun god who will bring the end of the world." Then came another epic double-page spread of the chapter, showing a majestic Elbaf revealed after many years of waiting. What interested me most was the giant sword deeply embedded in Elbaf's ground. The words Prince Loki said about Elbaf being the first land of war reminded me of the giant katana stuck on Onigashima, talking about the birthplace of war. It is almost certain this will be the site of the war from the Void Century. The image of Elbaf appearing at the end of the chapter also marks the conclusion of chapter 1130, the final and most important piece of information. There will be no new chapter next week. One Piece will be on break for 2 consecutive weeks after chapter 1130. That's the full video on One Piece chapter 1130. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue supporting me. Thank you very much. For now, goodbye and see you again.